What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeupntravel, and for today's video, your girl wanted to recreate an eye look using a palette that is very reminiscent to me of a palette coming out. And so yeah, I just wanted to take the time to step back and just reflect on what I already have in my collection and use that first. So in case you are interested, let's get to it. So like I said, the eye look that I created today, I am using the 420 palette that I created. This is not the original, but this is a very reminiscent of their color scheme, and I combined this and the other 420 or something. I don't remember. Check out the video down below. You will see the two palettes that I used. Anyways, when I was scrolling on Instagram for the first time in like months, I saw that AceBeaute is coming out with a palette, and it was really eye-catching, really beautiful. I know they are coming out with a new formulation as well, and I was just very intrigued by the color scheme of this palette. But it then reminded me of what I wanted the 420 palette to be, which is kind of like my version of everyday neutrals. I like grungy tones, I love greens and blues, and I can pull them on my face and be completely at home. Feel very comfortable walking around like this. I don't feel like I look like a clown or anything in this type of eye look. So for me, I want to just step back, like I said, and just see if I could create something very reminiscent with what I already have. And so yeah, that's kind of how the idea of this video was born. And if you're interested, let's go to roll film. Yes, roll film. Okay, so I've already kind of did the whole spiel earlier on, so I'm not going to really get into it. I'm just going to hop right into it using, like I showed before, my 420 palette that I created. If you want to see how I created this palette, check out down below. I will hopefully link the video that I used where I reorganized 2 of my Melt Cosmetics palettes and then 2 or 3 of my Natasha Denona palettes. So what I'm gonna do first, just go ahead and prime my eye, and I am just going to prime it with my MAC paint pot. This is in the shade Groundwork, and this is just a random brush that I have acquired throughout the years. I think it's from the brand Mikasa. I don't even know if that's how you say the brand's name, but that's how I said it. And yeah, I had to deal with them for a little bit, so I bought some brushes from them. Anyways, so that is done. Now I'm just using this palette because I'm really inspired by the one that I showed you guys earlier, which is from AceBeaute. In the past, I have not enjoyed their formulation, but this is with their new formulation. I've seen Booty Guru after Booty Guru really rave about their new formulation, and I'm not doubting it, but like, since I already have this, I'm trying to save my money. Why not just use what I have? So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't really know. We're just gonna have some fun and play. And I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, actually, this is the same palette that I used in my last Get Ready With Me, funny enough, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna go into the shade that is Blunt in this palette. It's definitely not that shade. If I'm feeling froggy, I hope I will go ahead and just tell you guys the real name that it is in the actual palette on the screen. I'll do my best to get that done for you all, but I am just playing. I don't really know what I want to do. I have no idea at all. I'm just getting this eye really saturated with this really beautiful navy blue shade, and we're just gonna kind of blend this shade out and see what happens. And this is a Royal and Land Nickel crease brush, in case you're wondering. This is one of my favorite really blower out crease brushes. And yeah, I really hope I'm in focus. I think my focus is stuck on a close range, so I think it's gonna be nice and focused now, hopefully. And just really taking the time. It looks like I might not have done well putting my primer down because there's a little patchiness, but it's okay. We will work around that as always. Okay, and I'm just gonna make sure I really get this outer corner together. All right, so I think that looks really, really good. I really hope you guys can see. I like how blown out it is. And yeah, we're gonna start with that so far. Then what I think I'm gonna do is play. So I don't have very many different color mattes in this palette. I have this navy blue, I have this green, and this yellow, and I think I'm gonna play with all of them. So I think I'm gonna get another nice crease brush, or actually I'm just going to go ahead, take this crease brush and just clean it off in my little square thing. I don't even know what to call it. I never have. And I'm gonna go into the shade that I have on Faded, which is the light orange green in this palette for me. Once again, do my best to put that information on the screen, so check out the screen. And then what I'm gonna do is just try and pack her on in this front section and then blend her into my crease. This is gonna lighten up this front area a lot. And I think it might be an interesting combination with that navy blue. I like it. It's different, like me. All right, only thing I'm gonna do is just see if I can really pack over this light green and kind of erase the dark blue that I have in the real high corner. Like I said, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I kind of brought that navy blue really high in this corner, which is not a bad thing typically, but if I'm trying to make sure that this whole area is nice and bright, I want to make sure that that point is bright as well, as much as possible. So I'm just gonna take my time, hopefully, and bring her up. All right, so I think I like that. I actually even like the blend between the two colors in the crease. I like how it's packed on in my inner lid. Just a wee bit of fallout, but nothing crazy. So 2 out of 3 colors I really wanted to use are used. I think I'm actually going to use the yellow as an inner corner highlight. So what I want to do is actually, I think, let's hope it works out the way I want it to. I'm going to take a packer brush. This one happens to be the MAC 242 synthetic. And I am going to take, I'm going to take the shade Roll It, which is like a bronzy gold with definitely a strong green undertone. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pack that all throughout this lid. Now I'm gonna try and keep this low. I don't want this to get too high, but I'm also not gonna worry about it being super structured and stuck in one area. I just want this to be a nice flowy color situation. That made no sense. I want it to flow. I don't want there to be a lot of structure in this eye look today. And I'm just gonna do my best to feather it out. Like I said, a little bit of fallout, which is to be expected with this particular palette, or Melt Cosmetics palettes in general, let's face it. But just taking my time, feathering her out. I'm really liking how this eye is coming out together. It's really coming out nicely. And I think, do I want to do it? Am I the drama? I don't know. I think I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna add a little bit of wax in the inner corner just to really localize that, but I actually really like how this is coming out. So what I'm gonna do now is take a pencil brush. This one happens to be from, I think, BK Beauty. Yep, it's their 207 brush. And I'm going to take the yellow, which I have under Shotgun on my palette, and I'm gonna pack her in my inner corner. Now I may not be able to see a huge difference between the yellow and the green blended out, but I'm gonna try and do my best to really get that pigment, and it looks like that pigment went down low. And I'm just using the same brush I set my lower lash line with, and then what I'm gonna do is just finish connecting my bottom lash line. I'm going to use the same two colors in my crease, just doing the exact same thing, blending them down below. If you're wondering what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use a ColourPop crease brush, which is their E9. I'm going to start off with the dark navy blue on that outer corner. And just slowly bring her in. I did not pick up too much. I did have some obviously that I had to pick up, but now I'm just going to work on taking off the excess color and blending out the edges to make sure that it's seamlessly or somewhat connected to the top as the top is. Then I'm going to clean that brush off again, and I'm going to go into the light green and just connect the dot between that yellow and the navy green. I really like this. I like this a lot. Now, understandably, like I said before, you might not be able to see a lot of difference between that green and the yellow, but I really like the color scheme. I love this look. I really do. And the only thing that I'm gonna do is figure out something to put in my waterline. I don't think I have a yellow waterline. Oh, I do. I have a yellow, but I also have a lime green, and I'm sure I have a really deep blue. At least you would think I do, but I don't actually. I have this turquoise though. So I'm gonna decide between these three shades, and then I'm also going to go ahead and do my other eye really quickly. I'm gonna put on mascara, all of that, and then I will come back to show you guys my finished look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I did go ahead and just add a lip product and just a little bit of highlighter. If you're wondering, the highlighter is my favorite from the Dior quad that I have, which is in the shade 005. My favorite is the metallic copper up here in the corner, so I just threw that on my cheeks really quickly. My lips, I have my MAC Chestnut lip liner, my MAC Consensual lipstick, and then my HAUS Beauty Project Pan lip gloss, which I don't know that by the top of my head, which is Le Riot. So those are the lip products. I decided to put in my waterline my Pastel Dream LA Girl liner, which is in the shade Magic Mint, and the rest is just Project Pan products. So super easy. Dior foundation, Maybelline concealer, and Becca powder. So that's pretty much that, and then bronzer, Project Pan too. Yeah, check out down below. I'll do my best to mention that, but we're here for the eye look. I really enjoy this eye look. I think it's fun, different. It flows really nicely. It's not super structured, which I'm just feeling right now. I don't need that structure right now, not in my makeup at least. And yeah, I just wanted to dabble with this again, just to remind myself, once again, I am mentally preparing right now to move. It's probably gonna still take some time for me to finalize a couple of different things, but I know that it's going to be happening, so I don't wanna keep bringing in stuff. And the idea, although I am very intrigued by AceBeaute's new formulation, there are gonna be enough videos on this platform that my video isn't really necessary. In addition, like I said, it just isn't worth it for me right now, and I'm just trying to use what I have and enjoy what I have. I've already spent my money on. So this look really is just a combination of all of those ideas. I might actually change my shirt because I feel like it's forcing a lot of green to come out of my eye look, and I want you to really see that navy blue in the outside. Anyways, don't allow me to ramble on or it will continue until nobody's done. Anyways, that's it for this video. I just wanted to have some fun showing you guys my eye look and talking about using what I have so I don't have to buy something new. I would love to hear down below if you guys have a palette that is very reminiscent of that AceBeaute palette, and if you do, are you going to still pick up that AceBeaute palette, or are you going to just use what you have? I would love to talk to you guys down below. And yeah, as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.